Let's join the crowd of cheering thousands who pack the stands every fall when the cadets of the United States Military Academy march down the field. Yes, it's the long gray line, stepping out to lead the Army team. T formation on the Army 20. The pitch out, a key block, and he's on his way. The 40-yard line, 50, all the way, 80 yards for another Army touchdown. That's the Army varsity for all. Let's see the Corps of Cadets in action. This is West Point on the banks of the Hudson River, 50 miles from New York City. Home of the United States Military Academy, one of our national shrines. A military post of historic importance, and a college which awards the degree Bachelor of Science. Training young men to become leaders is the Academy's job, and a big part of this job is making men physically fit for leadership.
Hey!
700 new cadets arrive every July. They meet high mental and physical standards to get in. And West Point takes it from there, building on the experience that physical fitness is important to overall cadet success. Let's hear about this from the Director of Physical Education, Lieutenant Colonel Frank J. Kobus, Jr.
Instructional education is required of all cadets, including those on varsity teams, and is integrated into their daily activities throughout the 4-year period. For freshmen, plebes as we call them, this begins with emphasis on basic physical conditioning under the direction of upper-class cadet instructors.
The first exercise will be the push-up. The starting position. The cadence. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2. Starting position. Move.
By the numbers. That's how an upperclassman serves up an early morning appetizer to a group of already hungry plebes. How many push-ups on the menu? 21. And the push-ups are only a warm-up for the other treats to follow. They call it the Army Dozen. 12 time-tested recipes for building up muscles and appetites for some of the finest food in the world.
Right shoulder, horn. 1, 2, 3, cut.
Here's another Army exercise, the Manual of Arms. Right shoulder arms, left shoulder arms.
Left shoulder, horn.
Sometimes too many arms. But today's occasionally puzzled plebe is tomorrow's general. This is only the beginning. It takes miles of marching, close order drill, and many other organized activities, plus the Manual of Arms, to make men like these look like these.
Our aim goes beyond producing just a physically healthy man who looks fit in his uniform. We want West Pointers to remain physically active throughout their professional careers. So the second phase of our program is teaching them how to become active through instruction in athletic skills.
During the freshman year, all cadets march to classes in English, math, foreign language, and military science. Here's another class in athletics, where cadets use their heads in other ways. An upperclassman explains how to bounce a soccer ball and how to return a volleyball. The ABCs of games these men will soon be playing skillfully in competition. Can they swim? Well, if not, they learn. By the end of the first year, every cadet must swim 160 yards in 5 minutes. Wrestling, anyone? Yes, for everyone. But before a man can handle another man on the mat, he must learn to handle himself safely from an expert staff instructor. And boxing, a popular required sport at West Point. It sharpens reflexes and develops coordination, personal courage and aggressiveness. Skilled instructors teach kids how to take it and dish it out. They take gymnastics to help develop the physical condition, the trim build, and the erect bearing that mark a West Point cadet. How do these men look now after a few months of this training? Physically healthy? Superbly conditioned? You said it. They're on the ball. They're active. They enjoy the fun and companionship they get from participation in sports. Yes, it's great to skate with a date. When winter fades and spring rolls around, cadets sharpen up their putting on the practice green. Why? Because West Point wants each of its men to acquire sports skills that he can enjoy for the rest of his life. So cadets learn to play golf and tennis. These are carryover sports that can be played almost anywhere throughout an active lifetime. This is required exercise too, charging up a hill with a rifle in your hands. This is Camp Buckner, where second-year kids a soldier. Also learn that good appearance is a must. A cadet can have no wife, no horse, and no mustache. They look sharp. They want to look sharp. And here's one of the reasons: a visiting date. Another leisure time activity on Camp Buckner's private lake: a spin behind a speedboat. Or turning up some lively swimming competition.
We believe that competition is the keystone of a successful physical education program. Whether a cadet competes as an individual or as a member of a team, the athletic contest provides. We believe there is no finer way to train individuals to think and act quickly under pressure, invaluable attributes of a leader in any field, whether it be military or civilian.
Here's competition in lacrosse. It's intramural competition which lines up cadets of one company against those of another. There are 24 companies, 100 men to a company, 2,400 men in competitive sports, perhaps in football, perhaps in cross country. If a man isn't playing on a varsity team, he's required to play on an intramural team. Ask the men if they like it. Like it? They sure do. And they run these events themselves. If they're not players, they're officials, coaches, or referees. During the winter months, intramurals are voluntary. But practically all cadets, 98 out of every 100, turn out for the sports on their own. They keep the spirit of competition alive all winter long. In the boxing ring, on the basketball court. It's spring again, and the intramural program is in full swing. A cadet is on a softball team one year, perhaps the soccer team the next year. A different team in a different sport every year and every season. Cadets, first of all, are students, and they have to pass exams, but not only in the classroom. They are judged also on their overall physical ability and fitness. For instance, they are tested in throwing a 6-pound medicine ball. Most cadets can heave it from 40 to 45 feet. And agility as well as physical strength is demonstrated by a hop, step, and jump of 25 to 30 feet. The Dodge Run tests speed and coordination. Most cadets can swivel their hips through 3 round trips in 35 seconds or less. Is what counts. West Point physical education records show that if a cadet is tops in physical fitness, he's more likely fit to succeed and to lead in other ways.
During the cadets' last 2 years at West Point, the accent is progressively on leadership. You've seen that upperclassmen are assigned duties as assistant instructors, coaches, and officials. This experience qualifies them to take the lead as officers in administering and organizing programs of physical education and athletics. In this way, the program of physical education helps to achieve one of the Academy's broad missions, the development of a first-class American citizen who happens to be in uniform.
These are such citizens. West Point first-classmen, the seniors, in whom physical fitness has provided the basis for leadership, physical health and strength, poise, pride in accomplishment, appearance, and grooming. The West Point Physical Fitness Program succeeds as it helps equip an individual to step forward and assume responsibility as a cadet, as a student, as an athlete, as an Army officer, and as a man, sharing in common a mission of all responsible citizens, the building of a stronger and healthier America.
Our national policies will be no more than words if our people are not healthy of body as well as of mind. Our young people, our most precious asset, must be physically as well as mentally and spiritually prepared for American citizenship. There is a need for arousing in the American people a new awareness of the importance of physical and recreational activities, that our young people may achieve a proper balance of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual strength. Signed, Dwight D. Eisenhower.